Now that 4.7 has dropped and it's been here for several weeks, a lot has changed. Many players in my organization have pretty much just written the game off, at least for now. Will they return? I don't know. And as for me, I'm a chameleon. I adapt. I didn't think I'd ever, in the 14 years I've watched Star Citizen, and I only really started playing it in 2017, I'd never thought there would be the day where I would ever fly an Argo mole. Ever. So for me, to see the arrival of 4.7 has opened my eyes to that Star Citizen truly is in the early stages of being a true MMO now. The reason why I say this is because in times past, I did bunker runs till my eyes turned red. I mean, literally, bunker, 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 for mainly credits. Because credits were the end game for Star Citizen. So then we had duping going on, and then we had credits in the billions flowing around like water. Credits are the end game for Star Citizen and have been for it since I've ever played it. It's all that mattered was credits. Now you have to run and do missions for blueprints, and the frustration comes from some of the players, as well as myself, is that a lot of the missions you can't finish, or you can't get the blueprint to complete. Drug running is one of them. Destroying drugs is a great example. Doesn't matter how you do it, you always get down to the last 6%, you can't finish it. So you cannot open the blueprints down the 12 or so blueprints in that tree. So that's very frustrating. Then you come to crafting. Well, if you don't mine, you're not going to be able to craft. And for most people, it's a take it or leave it scenario. And a lot of people, I'm sorry, I hate to say, we don't have Star Citizens was not built on the pillars of a mining community. It was built on the pillars of many things, as they have on their board. You have harvesters, looters, combat specialists, salvagers, miners. We can go down the list. You can look on the board. The point I'm trying to make is this is just one loop that they're finally able to introduce in the game. And I'm glad that I kind of opened my my stubbornness for a change to try it, because for the first time now, I'm doing actual, mining and a little bit of hauling. And I'm not a huge... I did hauler for the org as necessary to earn credits. But now, for the first time, I'm mining and hauling with a purpose, and that is so that I can craft items. Not just to test it, but also to learn that loop in the game, so that the time comes, I could teach a new org mate this mechanic if I had to, as well as have a little bit of knowledge of how it works, because I would not be a successful org leader if I didn't know a few things. Now, do I have to be the best at it? Absolutely not. That's where the players come in, because they, in their world, I'm pulling up a fabricator here, they in their world will obviously excel at what they love to do. And that is really the true beauty behind Star Citizen, is that professions are beginning to slowly emerge. And right now, at this point in juncture, because I've acquired some blueprints, a number that I'm happy with, I can go ahead and start experimenting with the variables. Oh boy, that's quite substantial for a shotgun. Jesus. People often talk about, well, it's not going to make much of a difference with these percentage improvements. Yeah, it will. Even if it was a 5% improvement, they say a genius level intelligence, you're only 1% smarter than the average person. 1%. So people are going to sit there and tell me that these percentages here, and mind you, I don't have the 1,000. I got pretty high, though. They're going to tell me that this is going to make a difference. And this is only tier 1, ladies and gentlemen. There's 3 tiers that are going to come with these weapons. And there's 5 tiers that are going to come with ships and vehicles. And it wouldn't surprise me if later on down the road, you can modify your armor as well. So it's interesting times for CIG. I think they did a bold move in doing the things they did. For people that didn't take the time to take a look at crafting, it is worth looking at least testing. Because if I was to pick a flawed bug right now, let me go ahead and try and pick one. Let's see if I can find one. Okay, I got multiple P4s here. So see, it's not perfect. But let me see if I can make the kill shot from hell. That's quite substantial, because this gun was always known to kick. Obviously, spread is not something we could do much with, our reload speed, but I'll bet you they're going to eventually have attachments for that. They did mention they're going to have, not just for scopes, but also barrel attachments, laser attachments. They actually mentioned foregrips in a podcast. So, who knows? Maybe they'll do extended mags. I do know that the ammo, for instance, that you're able to make is going to matter. And the reason why I say that is, in the future, the stuff you buy in the stores with a wear and tear system will not only probably wear your gun down more, but the chances of jamming go up. So you're going to want to craft your own ammo. It's going to be more reliable. And that can make a difference in combat. So what makes a difference between an elite soldier in combat can be that small percentile difference or their weapon not jamming at the wrong times. And if you look at the crafting terminal, and look at all the categories, they don't have everything in yet. They have a lot planned for what they're going to add here. Even containers they had mentioned in one I saw. You're eventually going to be able to change the color, obviously put your own logo or whatever you want to, whatever you want to put on there, and you can name it. Got a lot of great ideas that's going to come, and I'm sure more will come as time progresses. But I have to honestly say the crafting is a step in the right direction. I almost want to craft something now. That is a substantial weapon. Oh my god. Look at those percentages. The fire rate increase. The impact does more damage. Oh, wow, I should do a P6. It's my favorite gun. Okay. Let's go back to blueprints here. Let's take a look here. What do I need for an FS9? Oh, I gotta find. This is a real complicated material, and it's only available in Nix. So I definitely got to go there and try and look for that, because I want to beef up my FS9. Let's see. What do we got here? Wow, the impact force is really up on that. Let's see, Terranite. I'm going to fabricate one. Why not? There we go. And you can actually choose where you want to deliver it to. I'm going to go ahead and just do it to the local inventory just for safety. I'll maybe do a, and that's kind of the, I guess, benefit of having crappy resources. Is you can craft a junky pistol or something and test it. And I'm going to definitely test to see if it goes if it can go in this machine grid. We'll let this count down, and then I'll pull this P6. We can take a look at it. Difference between, I have a stock one on me, and a let's see what it does. By the way, the Dirty Dozen is recruiting, or I'm recruiting for the Dirty Dozen. We're a very small org. We're fresh out of the gates. I try to concentrate on quality as opposed to quantity, in that I'd rather have a dozen hard-charging veterans than 100, 200, 300, 400, or 500 nitwits that are running around and don't know what their left foot from right foot is. And the reason why I say that is the game is really not designed to handle those numbers. And I know there are orgs that are out there that are extraordinarily huge, but that's not how I roll. And even if I had 100 players online right now, let's kind of go on that topic while I'm talking about it and waiting for this to fabricate. even if I had 100 players right now, all in Discord, all ready to go, all ready to hard charge, what are all 100 of us going to do? A bunker? It's not going to work. So I'm kind of glad that I don't have a very large org right now, because that would be a lot of... I mean, I get it now with many of my org mates. The complaint is they're bored. Okay. You know, after my jokes wear out and my goodwill, and they see that I also have a... I think all of us have a Jekyll and Hyde. I have a bad side sometimes. I have a temper. I'll admit it. You know, eventually that side does come out when they're around me enough, and either people love it or hate it. In many cases, they hate it. So this, you know, this is the first. You're gifted a P4 in your crafting terminal by default. So you can. It's a good start. Just kind of dip your feet into it, because who knows what they may change or update or add as this progresses. So grounding yourself in the fundamentals of crafting is what I've been trying to stress in my org. A lot of people just don't straight up listen to me. That's okay, you know. At the end of the day, when I started Star Citizen, I always ran solo. And in the last year, I began building an org. But honestly, I'll play the game by myself if I have to. It's alright. It's not the end of the world if you're a solo player. And you can coexist. There are plenty of places to go in Star Citizen if you want to be left alone. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this P6. Let me take off my modified... yeah, I do have a modified Space AK, as I call it. So we got my... modified P6 and the stock P6. And I'll move these attachments over so that we keep consistency here. Let's take a look. This is the stock one. Okay, you can feel that. Kicks like a bear. Oh yeah, I can already feel it drops on. Oh yeah, that's quite substantial. This fires like a BB gun now. Wow, that's... Do that again. Crouch just narrow. This. To one full magazine. Oh yeah, staying on target's much easier. God dang, this thing is a freaking beast now. Well, people aren't paying attention to that. I don't know what else to say, but wow. And I didn't even have the laser turned on. All right. Anyway, that's my take on the 4.7 in crafting and how Star Citizen has evolved, at least in the infant stages, to an MMO.